Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 16th of July 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, which state won the Best State in Horticulture Award 2024 in the Agriculture Leadership Awards 2024? This is the state of Nagaland, that is C option. Nagaland won the Best State in Horticulture Award 2024 for their innovative horticulture program that has benefited many farmers and the rural people. Okay, so Women Resource Development and Horticulture Minister has received the award in New Delhi, and the state's horticulture sector actually enhanced the livelihoods, created jobs, ensured nutritional security, and achieved GI registration for 3 crops. Okay, so Nagaland has formed 13 farmers producer companies, and they have certified 6,800 hectares organically, earning national recognition. Okay, so Nagaland has won the Best State in Horticulture Award for the year 2024 in the Agriculture Leadership Awards 2024, and in the same award function, the Best Agriculture State Award was presented to the state of Maharashtra. Don't forget it. Okay. Now in the next slide we will see important awards and honors related question. The first question is, recently which organization has been honored with the prestigious Geospatial World Forum Leadership Award for Public Policy Enabling Industry Development? So this honor has been presented to IN-SPACE. Okay, what is the full form? Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Recently, who has been honored with Global Excellence Award 2024 for outstanding contributions in terms of education? This is Chandrakant Satija. Okay, who has been awarded the Pen Pinter Prize 2024? This year, the Pen Pinter Prize has been presented to Arundhati Roy. Recently, who has made history as the first Indian to receive the prestigious Nelson Mandela Lifetime Achievement Award? This award has been given to Mr. Vinod Ganatra. Okay, and last question is, recently who has been conferred with the Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur, Knight of the Legion of Honor, which is the highest civilian award of the country France? Here answer is Roshni Nader Malhotra. Okay, who is Roshni Nader Malhotra? She is the chairperson of HCL Tech, and she has been awarded with the highest civilian honor of France. Why? For her significant contributions to business and sustainability, as well as for enhancing the economic relations between India and France. So this honor was presented by the French ambassador to India, and they acknowledged her exceptional leadership and influence in international business and diplomacy, and they have underscored her impactful role in these sectors. Okay, so your correct answer is Roshni Nader Malhotra, who is the chairperson of HCL Tech. Second question is, recently where was the 132nd session of the Council of the International Maritime Organization held? Here correct answer would be London, that is A option. A high-level Indian delegation participated in the 132nd session of International Maritime Organization Council that took place in London, and here they have addressed seafarer abandonment with 44 active cases involving 292 Indian seafarers. So India emphasized effective oversight and secured a position in the joint working group on seafarers issues, and also the delegation discussed the disruptions in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, which actually highlighted successful Navy intervention, and proposed a South Asian Center of Excellence for Sustainable Maritime Transport so as to promote eco-friendly maritime practices. Okay, so simply we have to remember that what is the venue for 132nd session of the Council of International Maritime Organization? Your answer is London. Okay, headquarters of IMO lies in Geneva, Switzerland. Okay, in the next slide we'll be talking about some important summits and the conferences. First question is, Recently, where was the first international conference on steel slag road held? This conference took place in New Delhi. Recently, where was the third United Nations conference on Afghanistan held? Answer is Doha, Qatar. Recently, the Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, in collaboration with Swayas, has organized a conference on yoga for space at which place? Answer would be Bangalore city. Okay, and when do we observe the International Day of Yoga? It is celebrated every year on 21st of June. Can you tell me what was the theme for this year? Please write your answer in the comments if you remember. Recently, where was the NATO Summit 2024 held? Answer is Washington DC. Which state recently hosted the Outlook Planet Sustainability Summit and Awards 2024? This award function was hosted by the state of Goa. Okay, and here if you talk about NATO, full form is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, headquarters lies in Brussels in the country Belgium. Fine. Which organization recently released the World Population Prospects Report 2024? This is the report from United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, and in this report they have projected the global population to peak at 10.3 billion by the mid 2080s, and this value is up from 8.2 billion in 2024. So key findings include a current fertility rate of 2.25 births per woman, and the life expectancy is around 73.3 years. Okay, so India's population is expected to peak in the early 2060s, remaining the largest globally throughout the country. Fine. Simply we have to remember that this report has been published by United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Now in the next slide we will be seeing some important reports. Which organization recently released the Digital Economy Report 2024? This is the report from United Nations Trade and Development. Which organization recently released the report titled as Improving the Culture of Research and Development in State Universities and Institutes? This report has been published by Niti Aayog. According to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development report, India dropped to what position in 2023 in terms of FDI inflows? So in terms of FDI inflow, we are currently at 15th position. And which country is the biggest source of India's FDI? Answer would be Singapore. Okay. Next is, which organization recently released the Untapped Collective Intelligence for Climate Action report? This is the report of United Nations Development Programme. Which organization recently released the Global Economic Prospect report? Answer is World Bank. Okay. Next is, which country will host the 28th Malabar Naval Exercise in October in collaboration with the US, Japan and Australia? So here correct answer is A option, India. India will host the 28th Malabar Naval Exercise in the month of October by partnering with different countries like US, Japan and Australia. Okay, so this exercise aims to enhance the military coordination and interoperability. Focus is on advanced anti-submarine warfare and strategic naval maneuvers. Also, it highlights India's strategic role in the Indo-Pacific region, especially in light of rising tensions due to China's assertive actions in this area. So it emphasizes the importance of collaborative defense efforts among these nations. Okay, so which country is the host for 28th Malabar Naval Exercise in October? Answer is India. Okay, and India is conducting this exercise in collaboration with US, Japan and Australia. Now in the next slide we will be seeing some important host related current affairs. First question is, which country is the host of exercise Pitch Black 2024? The venue for exercise Pitch Black is Australia. Which city recently hosted the Hunar exhibition, which is a captivating display of Indian folk and tribal art? Answer is Dubai. Dubai has hosted this event. Which country will host the Men's Junior Hockey World Cup in 2025? India would be hosting the Men's Junior Hockey World Cup in the year 2025. Which country hosted the World Environment Day 2024? This is Saudi Arabia, and World Environment Day is celebrated every year on 5th of June, and you have to tell me what was the theme for this year. Which country recently hosted the 46th Antarctic Treaty Consultative Meeting? Answer is India. India has hosted this event. Okay. Next is, Recently, which state government has waived off the registration tax on strong hybrid cars? Here answer is Uttar Pradesh, that is D option. Uttar Pradesh has introduced a policy that offers a 100% waiver on the registration fees for strong hybrid vehicles, and this initiative encourages the adoption of hybrid technology while alleviating the financial burden on the buyers. Okay, so manufacturers like Maruti Suzuki, Toyota and the Honda cars stand to benefit from this policy. Customers could save up to 3.5 lakh rupees on their vehicle purchases. Further, it promotes eco-friendly transportation option. Okay, so UP has waived off the registration tax on strong hybrid cars. In the next slide, we will see important state-related current affairs. First question is, Sukinda Valley recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? Answer is Odisha here. And why this valley came into news? Because the Kolkata bench of the National Green Tribunal has directed the Central Groundwater Board to investigate severe chromium contamination in the groundwater in this Sukinda Valley. Okay. Talking about chromium, it is highly soluble and it leads to widespread contamination. It exists in two forms these days. The first one is trivalent chromium, Cr3, which is biologically very essential, and the next one is chromium 6, okay, hexavalent chromium. It is toxic and also it is carcinogenic, and the permissible limit for Cr6 in drinking water should be 50 microgram per liter according to Indian standards. Okay, so Sukinda Valley is in news, that's why, and here answer is Odisha. Recently, which state became the second state after Rajasthan to come up with legislation for the gig workers? This is the state of Karnataka. Karnataka is the second state after Rajasthan to come up with legislation for the gig workers in their state. Recently, which state government has approved to implement the National E-Vidhan application project worth about 23 crore rupees in the State Legislative Assembly? This is the state of Madhya Pradesh. Sarus crane recently seen in the news is the official bird of which Indian state? Sarus crane is the official bird of UP and it became the official bird of UP in the year 2014. Umlingla Pass recently seen in the news is located in which state or the Union Territory? This pass lies in Ladakh. Okay. Next is Ariane 6 rocket recently seen in the news was developed by which space agency? Here correct answer is European Space Agency, that is C option. The Ariane 6 rocket has successfully launched the satellites into the orbit after a 4 years delay. It has been developed by European Space Agency and the Ariane Space, and this heavy lift launch vehicle offers a cost-effective and flexible solution for commercial as well as government missions, and it utilizes both liquid and the solid propellant engines. And talking about European Space Agency, it was established in the year 1975. Headquarters lies in Paris, and this space organization basically coordinates the space activities among the member states, and it collaborates on projects like International Space Station and the Rosetta mission. Okay, so Ariane 6 rocket has been developed by European Space Agency. Now in the next slide we will be talking about some space related current affairs. The first question is, CubeSat radio interferometry experiment, that is Curie mission, recently seen in the news has been launched by which space agency? Curie mission is associated with NASA. Recently, which space agency has successfully launched the Advanced Land Observing Satellite 4 to revolutionize the disaster management? This is the space agency of Japan, that means JAXA. Recently, the Space Exploration and Research Agency, means SARA, announced which country as a partnered nation for the human spaceflight program? This is the country India. Juno probe recently seen in the news is a NASA spacecraft designed to orbit which planet? As the name suggests, it is associated with Jupiter. To Jupiter. Space Variable Objects Monitor satellite recently seen in the news is a joint project of which two countries? It is a joint project of France and China. Fine. Next is, where is the world's largest Ramayana temple being constructed? Correct answer here is A option, Bihar. The world's largest Ramayana temple is being built in the eastern Champaran in the state of Bihar. It will be 3 times larger than the Ram temple which lies in Ayodhya, and it would be taller than the Angkor Wat in Cambodia. So this temple features a 33-foot tall Shivling which is made of black granite from Mahabalipuram, and it includes 22 smaller temples that are dedicated to ghee deities from the Ramayana. So the main Shikhar rises to 270 feet with architectural inspiration drawn from notable temples in India and Cambodia. Okay, so world's largest Ramayana temple is being constructed in the state of Bihar. In the next slide, we will be talking about locations of some important temples. First is Biligiri Rangaswamy Temple Tiger Reserve, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This tiger reserve lies in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Sri Jagannath Temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Odisha. Keshav Temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Karnataka. Kashi Vishwanath Temple Corridor Project, recently seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? Answer is UP. Kheer Bhavani Temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which state or the Union Territory? It lies in Jammu and Kashmir. Eighth question is Niyad Nillanar scheme, recently seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? Here answer is B option, Chhattisgarh. Who is the current Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh? Mr. Vishnu Dev Sai. Recently he requested special central grants due to the state's large tribal population, also because of challenging geographical conditions and the Naxal activities in Chhattisgarh. And during a meeting with the 16th Finance Commission, he highlighted the rapid development efforts in Naxal affected areas through the Niyad Nillanar Yojana, which actually aims to provide basic amenities like education and health. Okay. So CM has noted that mining activities are causing additional environmental and health cost, with GST benefiting other states more than the Chhattisgarh state. Okay. So Niyad Nillanar scheme is associated with the Chhattisgarh state. In the next slide, we'll be talking about some important schemes and yojanas. First is Nirman Shramik Mrityu Evam Divyang Sahayata Yojana, recently seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? Again, the answer is Chhattisgarh. Which state government has recently removed the age limit cap on the Mukhyamantri Kisan Evam Khetihar Mazdoor Jeevan Suraksha Yojana? This is the state of Haryana. Recently, which bank has signed an agreement with Tata Power Solar Systems so as to provide loans under the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana? For this purpose, Indian Bank had signed this agreement along with Tata Power Solar System. Mahatari Vandana Yojana, recently seen in the news, is launched by which Indian state? This scheme belongs to Chhattisgarh. And last is Technology Development Fund Scheme, recently seen in the news, is a program of which ministry? So DRDO has basically sanctioned 7 new private sector projects under the Technology Development Fund Scheme, and it has been established to promote self-reliance in the defense technology under the Make in India initiative. And TDF is a Ministry of Defense program that is executed by Defense Research and Development Organization. Also, it supports MSMEs and the startups, providing up to 90% funding for the projects that consist of up to 50 crore rupees with a maximum development period of 4 years. Okay, so here in this Technology Development Fund scheme is associated with Ministry of Defense. Okay. Next is recently which country hosted the BIMSTEC Foreign Ministers Retreat to review the various initiatives to expand the cooperation among the grouping's member nations? Here correct answer would be India, that is C option. India recently hosted the first BIMSTEC Foreign Ministers Retreat in New Delhi amidst the significant developments in Myanmar. And what does BIMSTEC stands for? BIMSTEC is the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. Okay, it is a regional organization that was established in the year 1997 to promote the shared growth among the countries in the Bay of Bengal region. Okay, initially it was founded as BISTEC, not BIMSTEC, and it evolved into BIMSTEC with the inclusion of Myanmar, Nepal and Bhutan countries in the year 2004. Okay, you have to tell me where does the headquarters of BIMSTEC lie. Please write your answer in the comments. Now in the next slide we will be talking about some international news. Recently, which country becomes the 5th member of Colombo Security Conclave? This is the country Bangladesh. Bangladesh is now the latest and the 5th member of Colombo Security Conclave. And which are the other 4 countries? The first one is India, second is Maldives, third is Mauritius, and the 4th one is Sri Lanka. Which 2 countries recently signed the Artemis Accords, bringing the total number of signatory nations to 42? These two countries are Peru and the country Slovakia. Recently, where was the foreign ministers meeting of the BRICS countries held? Answer is Russia. Lake Natron, recently seen in the news, is located on the border of which two countries? Answer is Tanzania, and the second country is Kenya. Fine. Recently, India launched biopharmaceutical alliance with which countries? These countries are US, South Korea and Japan. These four countries have launched the biopharmaceutical alliance together. Okay. Now last question is, recently which university is opening the centers for Hindu studies, Buddhist studies as well as the Jain studies under the School of Sanskrit and Indic Studies? This is Jawaharlal Nehru University. It will open a center for Hindu studies along with centers for Buddhist and Jain studies under the School of Sanskrit and Indic Studies. So this decision was approved by the JNU Executive Council on 29th of May, and it follows recommendations by a committee to implement the National Education Policy 2020 and integrate the Indian knowledge system at the university. Fine. So this is Jawaharlal Nehru University. They are opening centers for Hindu studies, Buddhist studies as well as for Jain studies. In the next slide, we'll be talking about some important centers that came into news in the previous few weeks. Which university recently collaborated with the Haryana government for the establishment of a center of excellence in forensic science training in Panchkula? This is the Gujarat Forensic Science University. Okay. Which institute has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Leeds to launch the joint virtual Center of Excellence on Sustainable Development? This is IIT Madras. Recently, where was the Bharat Center of Olympic Research and Education inaugurated? Your answer here is Gandhinagar in the state of Gujarat. Recently, which state has established the world's first conservation and breeding center for Asian king vultures? Answer is UP. Recently, the Vice President of India inaugurated Center for Carbon Fiber and Preparex at which place? This center has been inaugurated in Bangalore city. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and news from today. Before concluding, let me tell you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series on the GK Today Android application. So if you want the PDF of this lecture, you can subscribe to that course. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide, you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.